It's High School Sports Live. Tonight, high school basketball. We have a girls-boys doubleheader for you as the Camp Hill Lions travel to Steelton to take on the Steel High Steamrollers. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Steelton High-Spire High School. John Reppitz, joined by Advanced Hoops Charlie Fortney and the coach Todd McCall. And this is the Select Medical Physical Therapy and First Choice Rehabilitation Specialist pregame show. Charlie, special night here in Steelton, but you know, a couple years ago, these teams probably would never have met on the basketball floor. But because of realignment, they're divisional foes right now. Now, a lot of people might think Camp Hill Steel High is a mismatch, but these teams are a lot closer than most might think, right?
Well, anytime you have a Malia Tate DeFreitas on the floor, you can say it's a mismatch. If she gets it going, it's hard to stop her. However, Camp Hill, coached by Mark Clark, has been doing a good job with this crew, and they do have some size. Maria Curley, Leah Springer, the freshman, Kiara White, the size that they have around the basket, if they can slow the ball down, get that size to work for them, could make it interesting tonight, but I would give the edge to Steel High in the end.
Okay, and Todd, again, as always, you join us, and what are the keys to tonight's girls game?
Well, first of all, if I'm the Camp Hill girls, one of the things I might look at doing is playing maybe some junk defense. Boxing one, triangle and two on Tate DeFreitas. Also, you know, I want to limit her touches, period. I want to just keep her without the ball. Last but not least, I want to hold the rollers, if I can, at 45. That means she gets 15, John. And then again, if I'm on the other side of Steel High, just keep getting Tate DeFreitas the touches. Run, move the ball up the floor like rollers do, and then limit, I mean, not limit, but just play pressure defense. At all points in time, just get after it.
Okay, thanks, Todd. As I said earlier, this is a special night here in Steelton. A little bit earlier this season, the Steel High School scoring record was broken. Coming up at halftime of the girls' game, a special ceremony here at Steel High to commemorate that momentous occasion, so you want to stay tuned for that. It's cold outside, but it's pretty warm here in the gym. Stick around. We have some good games for you. Coming up next, Steel High and Camp Hill girls. Tip-offs coming up next on ABC 27.
United Concordia Dental has been insuring Central Pennsylvania for over 40 years. Whether you're looking for group, family, or individual coverage, United Concordia has the right plan to fit your specific needs. United Concordia also prides itself on its commitment to the community through its efforts to arrange free dental services for the underserved and its charitable contributions throughout the area. United Concordia not only takes care of your smile, we give you something to smile about.
Think about it. What could you do with $3,600? That's how much you'll save on a brand new 2013 Ford Escape this month only at Hoffman Ford, Harrisburg's premier Ford dealer. Yes, right now Hoffman is taking $3,600 off the redesigned Ford Escape with an athletic new look, plus hands-free power liftgate, My Ford Touch electronics interface, and more. Nobody gives you the selection, service, and Central PA's best Ford deals like Hoffman Ford. Online at hoffmanford.com.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. When you do, see your doctor and ask for First Choice Rehabilitation Specialists and Select Physical Therapy. First Choice and Select PT lead the way in providing exceptional patient care and unmatched customer service. Call 717-558-4333 today to schedule an appointment at one of 15 locations throughout Greater Harrisburg. First Choice and Select Physical Therapy, the power of physical therapy.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
Welcome back to Steel High School. Getting ready for here between Camp Hill and Steel High. These teams met earlier this year at Camp Hill, and Steel High came out on top of that one. Rollers winning by 16. Final score was 77-61 in that one as you're watching the starting lineups being introduced here. These are the Rollers coming on the floor right now. And 0 for Steel High, Malia Tate DeFreitas. It's a rather special night for her, as you're going to see coming up a little bit later on at halftime of this game.
Well, 0 certainly does not indicate the amount of points that she has scored here since she's been a student athlete at Steel High. And there's the Camp Hill girls coming ready to play, looking to try to better their opportunity. have a better showing than they did last time against the Rollers.
It's a Mid-Penn Capital matchup. Right now, Steel High is in second place at 9-1 in the division, a game behind West Perry. West Perry is 10-1. Camp Hill a little bit further back, 6-4 in the division, but 12-4 overall. Steel High comes in at 14-2. So between the two teams, 26-6 record. Very impressive combined for both teams tonight. As we get set for girls and boys doubleheader action for you from Steel High. Are set to go. Teams lining up for the opening tip. It'll be Camp Hill in their traveling blue road uniforms, the dark blue. Steel High in the home white with the blue and gray trim. And we are underway from Steelton. Opening tap controlled by Steel High in white, moving right to left in the opening half tonight.
Camp Hill coming out in a 1-3-1. Malia makes a great pass. She does this very well. Doesn't get enough credit for being a very good passer. She knows how to slice the defenses.
Shot over the end line is by Amber Hess-Moore. No good. So the ball gets turned over, and here comes Camp Hill with its first possession of the night.
Steel High in an extended 2-3. Malia and Jasmine Blanding picking up at half court. Good strategy, it worked.
Khadijah Robinson with the steal and the basket gives the Steel High Rollers first basket of the night. Rollers take a 2-0 lead.
The zone is very interesting. There's almost nothing in the middle, but then it's a lot of pressure out at half court here. It is forcing Camp Hill into some early quick shots. And allowing the back row for Steel High to plug that basket and plug that lane. That's a hard way to score.
Guys, one of the things I think Camp Hill is going to have to do is they're going to have to get a presence inside, and Kiera Mitchell is going to have to probably plant herself around the foul line to get over between those two guards. Are very active on the Steel High side.
Friedis drives the lane, no good with the jumper. Rollers track it down, and travel's called on Amber Hess-Moore.
And she just picked up her feet. You know, both feet moved, and instead of setting and taking the shot, she just got a little antsy there early on.
Got to put the ball on the floor before you move the feet, right? There's a turnover. Jasmine Blanding ahead to Tate DeFreitas, misses the layup, gets it back, follows it up and in.
Yeah, you know, you just see her athleticism on that play to get her own rebound, put back, quickly go back up.
Quickly, that was the key. She got it and put it right back up. Long three-pointer, no good by Blanding. Friedis pull up, baseline jumper, good. So just like that, she's got 4. Rollers on top, 6-0.
Well, you know, we're going to get a shot of Mr. Rod Brook in a little bit later, but he's sitting under the basket and he's watching within 2 foot of him why his scoring record's has been broken, and why he's here to transfer that scoring leader title over, because she's just hitting 2 nice shots right in Mr. Brookins,
inside,
right in his lap.
Short shot by Maria Curley. Rollers coming down the fast break, and they're going to call traveling on that.
But what a nice
Robinson on the travel.
What a nice setup, Todd. I mean, you're right there. You see how Malia sets her teammates up almost as good as she puts the ball in the basket.
And she does, Charlie. I mean, you said it very well. She is not a selfish player. I wondered, how do you get 35 a night, John? And you and I talked about it in pregame. One of the things she does is just look how active she is in her zone. She gets out, she gets steals, she gets up the floor, but she is really willing to give it up.
Yeah, she's not like Kobe Bryant where she needs to take 30 shots a game in order to get her 32 points. I mean, she creates a lot of those points off her own athleticism, as you were saying, Todd. I mean, she creates the turnover and takes it down and makes the easy basket. So Camp Hill coach Mark Clark took an early 30-second timeout there. Didn't like the way this one was starting for his Charges, as they are down 6-0. It's just we are just over 2 minutes in to tonight's opening first quarter.
This young lady here, number 52, for Camp Hill, she gets her own rebound, putback, and makes a shot.
And makes it.
That's Leah Springer, a freshman. She is one of the more talented basketball players for a freshman in the area of all, even the big schools. She's got a lot of talent, this young lady.
Tracks down the loose ball, turns and puts it back up and in. And she's going to go to the line for a three-point play.
You hate to sound, saying the same things over when you see a kid like her, but she looks like a basketball player. She's got the long arms. You can see she actually thought that process through. She actually faked a pass and made a pass into the baseline first before she scored.
And she completes the three-point play, cut the roller lead in half. It's now 6-3.
I think Coach Clark was wise, Charlie, to take that timeout to break that little run. Stilton's known for their runs. They stopped it and they came back and scored.
Feet inside, Rollers, couple of opportunities, fail to convert. Here comes Camp Hill pushing it down the other end.
But look at that pass again. Wow. I mean, I've seen 3 passes tonight that stood out as 3 passes I haven't seen all year long. in the first quarter. I mean, she just has a no-look-ism to her point guard play. She just sets teammates up.
Long three-pointer, short off the rim, no good. Camp Hill with the board. That was Springer, stolen right back by DeFreitas, takes it to the hoop. She misses the layup, ball still loose. Here comes Camp Hill once again.
Now, she missed 2 uncharacteristic layups. You don't average 35 a game missing layups like that on a regular basis.
Long three-pointer, that's Addie Geyer. So we're now tied at 6.
That was a big shot for Addie Geyer. And you know what? Right like that, 6-6, 4:33 to play. And Camp Hill's getting after it now, Charlie. They're hustling down here, John.
Yeah.
Good hustle that time by Maria Curley. She tracked down the shooter in the corner. That was Amber Hess-Moore. Long three, no good. Ball tipped.
Kiara White with the rebound. Kiara's a senior. This young lady's bide her time. She's been
going to call an offensive foul on that one.
See a picture of Kiara White, number 13, running down. Nice young lady. Put a lot of time in the program. Kiara Mitchell. 5 turnovers for Camp Hill. That shows Steel High's pressure getting to them. But that's 6-6. You have to be happy if you're Coach Mark Clark.
That was Sydney Newman with the foul for Camp Hill. Team fouls now tied up at 1 each. And that was Newman picking up her second quick foul. Rollers inbound, long three, air ball underneath, follow no good. Camp Hill pulls down the miss.
I think early on we're seeing the height of Camp Hill putting pressure on Steel High. Steel High put a little pressure on themselves, missing a bunch of early layups.
Camp Hill does have size. Curley's listed at 5'9", Springer at 5'11", and Kiara Mitchell is 6-footer.
And already I have Kiara Mitchell with 4 rebounds already. And I mean, you want to talk about being part of a key that I didn't even mention. Key, rebound on misses. Don't give Steel High second chances. And when you can do that, Charlie, you're going to be in a ball game.
Halfway through tonight's first quarter, we're tied at 6, Camp Hill and Steel High.
Last time these two teams played, Camp Hill girls had 23 turnovers. They're looking to lighten that up tonight and to create more opportunities that they can convert on.
Good ball movement results in the jump shot by Mackenzie Carl, no good. Tate DeFreitas to the hoop, gets it and score it, and the foul.
Can I say something? That's how she scores 35 a game. Charlie, she uses the inside-out dribble and goes to the basket and draws a foul. Sometimes it's almost unfair watching her play. You think, well, she's head and shoulders more skilled sometimes.
Well, you know, and I know tonight we're recognizing her passing Rod Brookins' scoring mark, but Rod Brookin was one of the best at feeling an opponent, bouncing off him and having a soft touch on the shot. And that's what when I see Malia do that, it reminds me of how good Rod was at that.
Another turnover for Camp Hill as Tate DeFreitas forced that with some pressure on the ball. And she's going to take a seat. Todd, you were saying earlier about holding her to 15. Well, she's halfway there. She's got 7.
Hey, John, look, I'm saying what I would try to do. You know what? Throw everything I say out the door, John Reppitz. You know what I mean? What do I know?
Well, you meant 15 in the first quarter.
Yeah,
right?
that's
Okay.
what I meant.
7 turnovers for Camp Hill so far tonight. Have to do a better job keeping control of that one. That was Hess-Moore on the drive to the hoop, missing the shot. Back come the Lions.
Here's what I like about Springer. She gets a rebound. She's 5'11". She's a freshman, and she's dribbling the ball on the other end, getting the offensive rebound on this end.
rebound there and draws the foul.
She's everywhere.
Hey, Charlie, mark Leah Springer down. And I tell you what, this is one of the girls who I think, 4 years ahead of her. There's going to be some college coaches coming in the gym, I think, already from what I see. She kept the ball up high. She got the rebound inside, didn't bring it down where the little guards could get it. And she's got some skill that you don't see in a freshman very often.
Yeah, let's go back 4 years when Malia was in that same situation.
Right.
Everybody's saying, hey, keep an eye on this freshman. She's going to be something in a couple years. We could be looking at the same thing here with Leah Springer for Camp Hill.
I think she averaged 18 a game as a freshman, though. I think they were saying that she is something.
Right. That's 3 early points for her right there, John. Make it 4.
1 point game. Steel High up 9-8.
Malia jumps
back in.
John, Malia jumps ball.
There's that pass. Charlie inside. Layup and good.
She jumps ball. She runs point.
Maya Vera.
She leads the team in scoring. She leads the team in assists. There's Jasmine Blanding with the theft.
Malia to the hoop. Lays it up and in. So just like that, a 1 point game is now a 5 point lead for the Rollers. 13-8. So you approach the 2 minute mark of the opening quarter. Jump shot, Leah Springer. Keeping the Lions in it. It's 13-10.
It's a Malia and Springer show. That's like something on TV, ain't it? The Malia and Springer.
Hopefully this Springer show is not like the one that's currently on TV. There she is inside, gets swatted and draws the foul.
Well, and don't, Coach Todd, when a player's working hard, doesn't it seem like the referees respect that a little more?
Oh, definitely. I think that's one of the part of the thing is just, if you show effort, don't say anything to them. You're going to get a call when you need it. But Charlie, there was something I wanted to ask you when we were in pregame. And as I'm looking over to that crowd starting to build over there by that 1927 state basketball championship. Obviously, you didn't play then. You played a lot later. But when you come to the gym, I was going to ask you probably, is there that one memory you could think of that you're reminded every time you come in?
Yeah, it's the time that I saw my left-hand layup go in to score 1,000 points. It's a momentous occasion whenever you have something like that, and it happened in this gym and it happened against Chambersburg. So the fact that immediately came to my mind, I guess that's what most kids would think in that situation.
DeFreitas in the lane, no good.
And John, I have a memory of my own. Freshman coach for Mike Gaffey at Paul Meyer. My first team I ever played as a Paul Meyer head coach, 9th grade head coach, was the Steel High Rollers. And Jared Fleming scored 44 on us.
Approaching the 1 minute mark. Long jumper, no good. Camp Hill with the rebound, nearly stolen the backcourt.
Blanding a streaky shooter, when she gets it going, she can score in bunches, but she's early on, she's off the mark.
Drive down the lane, up and good, no good by Addie Geyer. DeFreitas dumps it off. Pass inside, tipped away. Steel High keeps possession. 44 seconds left. Rollers lead by 2.
Again, Malia DeFreitas hand delivers a tremendous opportunity for a layup. Sometimes you turn a good shot into a bad pass, and I think that's what Robinson did underneath.
There, and she hits a 3.
Yeah, that was right next to you, John, about 35 feet out.
Wasn't much in front of our scorer's table.
Wow. Holy goodness gracious.
12 of the 16 points already.
Coming right back, Leah Springer for Camp Hill.
And Springer has 8, so Springer might try to match her tonight, John.
That would be an interesting show for the rest of this one, for the next 3 quarters. 10 seconds left. Coach is going to call a timeout. Folks, like to have you as a friend on Facebook. Check us out. We have pictures, scores, schedules of upcoming telecasts, which is we're going to be getting into the Mid-Penn playoffs in the next couple of weeks. You'll want to keep track on that. That's High School Sports Live, again, live in quotations when you go to Facebook. And check out our website, hsslivetv.com. You can vote for Player of the Game, which will be coming up with at the conclusion of this one. We'll have video, schedules, and a whole lot more. That's on hsslivetv.com. And, of course, the people who make this all possible, Advanced Hoops, advancedhoops.com. Check out that website. So 10 seconds left. Opening quarter. Roller's going to get the last shot. Put it in the hands of Tate DeFreitas. She draws a double team out front. To the hoop, off the glass, no good. Loose ball, and that's going to do it for one quarter. So one quarter down. Steel High leads Camp Hill by 3. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27.
For generations, Caterpillar has delivered innovative products that help customers build strong, profitable businesses. And for more than 60 years, Cleveland Brothers Equipment Company has been Pennsylvania's source for first-class Caterpillar equipment, service, parts, and rentals. With 26 locations across Pennsylvania, we've grown right alongside our customers, delivering on our commitment to provide a superior experience and maximum value. Cleveland Brothers Equipment Company, helping Pennsylvania prosper since 1948.
Do you have a game plan for retirement and college education?
In today's turbulent economic landscape, navigating the market to ensure a secure retirement can be challenging. PAC Financial can help guide you every step of the way.
I define financial independence as when work is optional and retirement's affordable.
So when life throws unexpected obstacles, you can still win the game.
Hi, I'm Steve Morazzo. Contact us today for your free, no obligation consultation.
Hey folks, I've never met anyone who didn't love a bargain. At Ollie's Bargain Outlet, you'll find brand name merchandise at up to 70% off the fancy store prices. We scour the world to find closeouts, package changes, overruns, bargains on Mattel, Black & Decker, Ortho, Mohawk, Bissell, Random House, and more.
New bargains arrive daily, but when they're gone, they're gone. Visit ollies.us for a store near you. Ollie's.
Good stuff, cheap!
I'm here with I'm here with David Moore, and David, my question was for you. I have Tate DeFreitas on the mind. Springer's actually matching tonight. One quick thing, do you think what you see so far out of the two of those, Camp Hill and Steel High Roller?
Well, I'm thinking about Springer tonight. Look at her shots, all the shots she's made, and she's made like 7 of the 8 times she shot. The shots are like perfect. She had a shot on the baseline in the first quarter. I thought her momentum was going to carry her out of bounds. She had a shot that went in perfectly. And you know, when you're playing Steel High, you're playing Malia Tate DeFreitas, you either have to have somebody who's going to match her, not point for point, but close, or have balanced scoring throughout. Early on, Camp Hill's kind of going to Springer.
Well, you've heard it, and that's what we see here. Back to you, John. David Bohr, the Harrisburg Patriot News.
Steel High converts the fast break. That's Khadijah Robinson. 21-15 favor the Rollers. Couple of quick baskets here in the opening minute. Tonight's second quarter, Springer drives it to the hoop aggressively with the left hand, draws the foul. She's going to go to the line for 2. 5 team fouls now on the Rollers, 3 for Camp Hill.
David Bohr makes a good point about Leah Springer's form. I mean, geez, only a freshman. How can it get any better than that?
Springer made the first. She'll shoot a second. So she makes it a 4-point game, 21-17, Steel High, just over a minute into the second quarter. Long cross-court pass by DeFreitas. Gets it back, but loses the handle. Took her eye off it.
One of the things she's not afraid of doing is she is not afraid of making that one-arm cross-court pass. I've seen her make 2 or 3 really nice one-arm passes. She's got a good arm, and she's not afraid to do it.
Springer pulls up and hits it. Leah Springer, hot hand for Camp Hill, keeping the Lions in this one. It's 21-19.
After a while, John, you start to think to yourself a little bit, Springer's not even getting contested. She's getting complete open looks.
And DeFreitas with the step-back jumper. She's matching her.
Tell you what, Springer, freshman, 14 points. We expect this out of DeFreitas.
Steps inside the three-point line, misses that jump shot.
Well, she's human, guys, she's human.
Landing with the rebound, Tate DeFreitas, long three-pointer of her own, no good off the iron. Landing chases it down. Hessmore in the lane, no. Camp pulls down the rebound. That's Kiera Mitchell. Feed inside, banked it up and in.
See some
Camp
teamwork.
is number 15, Amanda's roll.
See some teamwork from Camp Hill Lady Lions here. Coach Mark Clark. Nice deflection by Kiera
Lions,
Mitchell.
chance to tie. Mackenzie Carl does. Fast-paced game. Camp Hill ties it at 23. Right back the other end.
Hey, guys, Camp Hill surprised me. They're 10-7. I know they're down there middle of the pack, but they're showing me a little bit more tonight than what I expected to see. And I tell you what, I give a hats off to Coach Clark, and I like the game plan tonight. And they're not afraid, Charlie, to come down here and try to score the thing.
Well, and if the rest of the team can hold serve and you can get a breakout performance like Aaliyah Springer, you know, that can be the difference. But here's the thing. You know DeFreitas is going to have a big second half. Who's going to step up for Camp Hill if Springer? It's going to be hard for a freshman to keep up his pace. John, Todd?
It's 15 points already, John, for Tate DeFreitas, and you know, it is the pace. Again, I wonder to myself, how do you stop this machine?
As we were mentioning earlier, she's averaging over 32 a game, and you say, well, gee, we held her to 30. You know, can you imagine that, saying that? We held her to 30.
I just feel crazy. I just pulled my hair out.
That would be a subpar game, but she's already halfway there. They're going to call traveling inside.
Referee Kelly calling a travel.
Camp Hill coach Mark Clark in disagreement with that one. 5 minutes left, second quarter. And there's a technical foul called on the Camp Hill bench. As we said, Mark Clark in disagreement on that last foul, must have said something he didn't like. There's the travel inside that was called travel and Mark disagreed with. It resulted in the technical.
Well, you never fault a coach for fighting for their players, especially when they're working hard. It's funny though, I joke, when Coach Mark's a friend of mine, I joked with him before the game. I said, don't get too technicals and I'll have to figure out something nice to say about you here to make up for it. And he says, oh, I'll just get one. So that joke became a reality here, Todd.
Well, he's one. Yeah, he's one in. Oh.
So as a result of the technical, it's now 27-23, and Steel High keeps possession as a result of that technical foul.
Camp Hill's getting really good movement in the 1-3-1, but Steel High, on the other hand, is also moving the ball very well. So seeing two very fundamentally sound teams tonight.
Malia Tate, the scorer, DeFreitas scoring 1,000 points will mark the 30th 1,000-point score in boys and girls basketball history at Steel High. Do you know another school that has that many 1,000-point scorers, gentlemen?
Not off the top of my head as Tate DeFreitas takes it to the hoop.
Hey,
roll their lead back to 6.
I wish I could show you Rob Brookins' face when Malia Tate DeFreitas just took that crossover. He's saying the drive from Pittsburgh was worth it to see this. That was an amazing crossover. That was so quick.
Amber Hessmore drills the three-pointer. So just like that, the Rollers have opened up a 9-point lead. It's 32-23. Chance to increase that as DeFreitas on the steal, drives, draws the foul.
This is what anytime as a coach I face the Rollers, and it's in the water for the girls too down here, Charlie. They go on these rolls, the clap starts, and what are you going to do? Yeah. You can't, I mean, they can put up points on the board so fast. And you, Charlie, you remember so many Steel High Roller boys teams that did the same thing. You're in the ball game, tied, next thing you know, you're down 12. I just don't know how they can do that.
Well, and I'll tell you what, I know we don't have a shot right now of Coach Chisholm, but as the skipper of Steel High, he's put together over the last 4 years a nice group of girls, done a really good job, 2 back-to-back state titles. Coach Chisholm.
And we're going to have a TV timeout. We'll be under 4 minutes of the second quarter. Steel High is leading Camp Hill 32-23. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
High School Sports Live on ABC 27 is sponsored by The Patriot News, powered by PennLive.com. By Keystone Tax Associates, proud sponsor of High School Sports Live. Thanks to Joseph Sandry and Keystone Tax Associates for their support of high school student athletes. By the Keystone State Games, coming to the Harrisburg-Hershey area again in 2013. And by Sports Recruiters. Get noticed, get recognized, get recruited. SportsRecruiters.com.
There's nothing like a little one-on-one time at home with family. These times make the best memories, and all of them need protection. You can find that protection with the Capital Region Insurance Agency. Affordable protection and superior service from Erie Insurance. Auto, home, business, and life. Your Erie agent is waiting for you. Call the Capital Region Insurance Agency for a quote today. 717-731-1142.
High School Sports Live on ABC 27 is sponsored by The Sentinel, connecting you to your community for 150 years. By Allied Cleaning Technologies, Central Pennsylvania's premier resurfacing gym floor specialist. For an on-site evaluation, contact Tom Green at 717-774-0979. By Pack Financial, helping local families build, manage, and protect their portfolios. PackFinancialFirst.com. And by Advanced Hoops, the area's largest youth basketball training organization. AdvancedHoops.com for spring and summer camp information.
Welcome back to Steelton High Spire High School. The Steel High Rollers leading the Camp Hill girls by a score of 32-23. We have 3:48 left in tonight's second quarter. Steel High with possession, inbounding the ball under the basket. And right off the inbound, long jumper, no good. Tip loose. Off the side of the backboard and out of bounds. Camp Hill possession.
What I like about it, Coach Chiz, Coach Steel High team, is they have patience on offense. Naturally, that's led by your best player who has patience, but they are very patient in finding the open girl. And they work well as a team, John.
We said it was going to be Camp Hill ball. The officials changed their mind, gave it back to Steel High, but on the turnover, Camp Hill gets it back. Unfortunately for Leah Springer, changed her mind before she could do something with the ball, so traveling call gives the ball back to the Rollers.
You know, there's been a lot said about Malia Tate DeFreitas, scoring all these points. Nice shot by Jasmine Blandon, whether it be in single A, double A, triple A, or quad A, to score over 3,000 points, which she's well headed into doing that. She'll probably end up with 3,400 by the end of the year. It takes a special player. Look at this pass, ladies and gentlemen.
Up and in.
She could play point guard, shooting guard. She could play the three at the college level. She is going to be a great player. Going to Hampton out of Virginia, Division I, Hampton University out of Virginia.
Leah Springer trying to keep Camp Hill close. She ends that roller run.
And Charlie, it's the little things. It's the way she pushes the ball. It's the way she gives. But hey, how about the knockdown girls they have? Hess Moore knocks it down for Stilton. You know, she swings it. Those girls get in the right spot. They benefit.
Steel High fails to convert on that fast break opportunity.
Malia got a blocked shot there.
She baited her. She said, come on, bring it in. And said, take it back. Long three-pointer for Camp Hill. That's Sydney Newman. Newman had 19 the first time these teams played.
Tell you what, hats off to the Lady Lions. Came in a very hostile Steel High atmosphere. And look at this pass.
Pass inside. And converting the layup is Khadijah Robinson.
You know what? Her passing is what fans here tonight. You see fans oohing and ahhing tonight. It's not because she's making buckets. It's because the way she passes the basketball.
And she's in good position there for the rebound. Brings the ball down. Nice feed inside again. Blocked. But the Rollers get it right back, and they're going to call a reach in.
If you don't pay attention playing with Malia Tate DeFreitas, you're going to get knocked upside the head. I'll tell you, because she's going to find you.
Charlie, John, I was thinking the same thing when you said that, Charlie. There's a few times I've been on the baseline and in the corner when she does a no-look pass, and I hope the girl catches it, because I'm telling you what, I didn't see it coming, and it comes at a very fast pace. And you know what? I know she's smaller. I know she's not 6'6" and didn't play at Michigan State, but she's got a little bit of Magic Johnson in her.
She does. It's a demeanor. She just has a derriere out there that just is like, you don't know what's going to happen next. It's an exciting. Now, I mean, now you know why people are attracted to watching Malia Tate DeFreitas play. It's because of that side of her game.
Yeah, she kind of does the thing that you don't normally see from everyday players in every game.
And let's face it, there's some great basketball players in the area, but when I look at this girl from top to bottom, defensively, her point guard, her assist, her rebound, just the way she plays the game, she stands out. She stands out, John.
Leah Springer is 18, and it's sneaking up. And I tell you what, Camp Hill won't go away. John, Charlie, I mean, they get down 11, they get down 12. Just like that, they're down 9 with 1:08 to half. And Springer, I'm telling you, she wants to try to match it tonight. She's getting uncontested shots, though, and that's one of the things you've got to probably adjust at halftime.
Yeah, let's take a look at the scoring leaders here at Steel High. As we said, Rod Brooken is going to relinquish that position tonight to Tate DeFreitas as we continue to go down. Look, Charlie Fortney, 14-14.
Fame is a vapor, gentlemen, and I have evaporated.
how many baskets was that?
I don't know. Well, there wasn't a three-point line until my junior year, so
in this day and age would have been a lot more.
I'll tell you what, let's give more credit to Greg Manning or guys like Rod Brooken who scored all those points without the three-point line.
Tate DeFreitas does it again.
They had a whole career without a three-point line.
It makes you wonder how many points some of those guys would have been credited with had there been a three-point shot back then.
Well, and that's a conversation that happens on the side a lot. You know, did a player do it with the three-point line? Was it fair to the player who didn't? Did a player play in triple A, quad A, double A, single A? You hear this talked about all the time. But I would say this to any Steel High people out there listening to that, or anybody in general, is like some of the best basketball players that have ever played at Steel High are not on that board. They're just not on that board. You know, when you think of the players,
right,
like Freddie Hill, okay? And I'm going to get my text machine's going to be coming off the list here of people that are going to start texting me different other people. Claude Beaton, guys like that, average 22 a game for a season. People like that, and the list goes on of players who aren't on the board. So it's a good thing to be on the board, but it doesn't measure the full capacity of a player. I think when players go on after college, it's a little more of a measure of the player.
8-point game, under 30 seconds left in the first half. Tate DeFreitas behind the back. Dribbles, drives, takes it in, underhand scoop shot up and in is good. So Camp Hill with a chance for the last shot. Leah Springer.
How appropriate.
Drives, draws the foul.
Wow, she came to play tonight. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, Charlie, you said it. She has 18 points. Tate DeFreitas has 24. And this girl's going to put maybe 2 on. Look at the free throw. Same thing every time, just how you teach it. 2 dribbles, 3 dribbles and a spin, and real smooth up there.
And makes the first.
She's perfect from the foul line as well. That'd be 4 for 4.
She had 12 points the first time these teams played. As we said, Steel High won that one 77-61 on Camp Hill's home court. And makes the second. So it's an 8-point game, 4 seconds left. DeFreitas with the ball. Chance at the last shot. Drives, pulls up, and is short. Stay tuned, folks. Halftime of the girls' game. Steel High leading Camp Hill 43-35. We'll be back with a very special presentation here at Steel High coming up next. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
This new diet half and half's awesome.
Best part's lemonade. Best part's a tea.
Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade!
So which half is your favorite?
And they're blended so perfectly, who cares? Tasty tea, tangy lemonade, 10 calories. Snapple diet half and half. Made from the best stuff on earth.
What's in a name? Everything. It's your own personal brand. It's who you are. Your word. At Members First, our name speaks volumes. It's our guarantee to our members that there is nothing more important to us than you, your family, your well-being.
When you walk into a Members First branch or office, we'll get to know you, and we'll greet you by name. Open an account today and take advantage of our low Visa balance transfer rate. At Members First, we put our members first.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
Welcome back to High School Sports Live on ABC 27. Greg Mace together with Charlie Fortney, Todd McCall, and John Rebbitz for a very special United Concordia Dental halftime report. Well, tonight we are going to honor the all-time leading scorer in Steel High history. And to do that, we have gathered a number of alumni. We're going to bring out our team in just a moment and some very famous names in Steel High history. To do that, we first want to call on two of those former players to come forward for some very special recognition. A former all-time leading scorer, a current varsity assistant, Tracy Spencer, and a legend of mid-state basketball. He was the former all-time leading scorer for Steel High, went on to a great career where he was a 1,000-point scorer at the University of Pittsburgh. He scored 2,409 points to become the all-time leading scorer at Steel High. He led the Rollers to a district title in 1986. He is the greatest boys basketball player ever to wear a Rollers uniform. Please welcome back to Roller Country, the great Rod Brooken. It is only appropriate to put some of this in perspective. My broadcast partner for the last 4 years on ABC 27, he ranks 11th on the all-time list for Steel High scores with 1,414 points. Please welcome Roller legend Charlie Fortney.
Let it be known that Ira Spiceline's all-time female scoring record was broken by Malia Tate DeFreitas last season. Ira's mark of 1,909 points was a tremendous feat to break as a junior for Malia. On December 8, 2012, at the Columbia High School tip-off tourney, Malia broke Steel High's 26-year-old record that Rod Brooken had set. I had a front row seat as a freshman to see Rod break that record. She is currently 10th on the state's all-time scoring list and the leading scorer for lady basketball in the history of Mid-Penn and District 3. Let's hear it for that accomplishment. Scoring 2,880 points can be appreciated most uniquely by the players who have worn the uniform and have played on the same courts. How appropriate that behind me, a cast of alumni here tonight, we will identify them one by one. And as we do, raise your hand. Janisha Barley, 2011. Cinnamon Brown, 2011. Jessica Williams, 2011. Jeff Pittman, who passed the ball to Rod for a lot of those points, 1985. Scott Neal, who bailed Rod out a few times with a couple of those outside jump shots, 1995. Jerica Proctor, 2006. Dave Bowers, 1976. Taylor Harris Slade, 2012. Darrell Evans, 1995, who broke a bankboard in this gym, ladies and gentlemen. Tremaine Hawthorne, 2005. Tristan Crawford, 2005. Those two gentlemen are in the rare company of 2,000-point scorers. Let's give them a special round of applause. Tajanika Hayward, 2011. Chelsea Desmore, 2008. Mike Pilsitz, 94. Tom Cleek, 2011. Janelle Hill, 2011. And any other roller standing there who's not on this list, please raise their hand.
Congratulations. Now we'd like to call out Malia's family, Coach Jeff Chisholm and the rest of the players. Come on out, along with your family. Ladies and gentlemen, Malia Tate DeFreitas. Malia, come on over. Ladies and gentlemen, to present the all-time leading scorer ball, an incredible accomplishment. She has become the all-time leading scorer in Steel High history and also the top female scorer in Mid-Penn and District 3 history. Please congratulate, as Rod Brook and the former all-time leading scorer hands her this basketball, Malia Tate DeFreitas. Thank you all very much. Enjoy the second half. High School Sports Live continues on ABC 27.
What could you do with $2,500? Right now at Hoffman Ford, Harrisburg's premier Ford dealer. Get $2,500 off a new 2013 Ford Fusion. Dozens to choose from. Incredible styling and quality. Unbeatable gas mileage. And now through November, every Fusion in stock is $2,500 off. The selection, service, and savings are all in one place. Harrisburg's premier Ford dealer, Hoffman Ford. Visit hoffmanford.com.
Groff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Groff Tractor celebrates its 55th year in business, serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Groff also offers 24/7 job site support. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. When you do, see your doctor and ask for First Choice Rehabilitation Specialists and Select Physical Therapy. First Choice and Select PT lead the way in providing exceptional patient care and unmatched customer service. Call 717-558-4333 today to schedule an appointment at one of 15 locations throughout Greater Harrisburg. First Choice and Select Physical Therapy, the power of physical therapy.
For generations, Caterpillar has delivered innovative products that help customers build strong, profitable businesses. And for more than 60 years, Cleveland Brothers Equipment Company has been Pennsylvania's source for first-class Caterpillar equipment, service, parts, and rentals. With 26 locations across Pennsylvania, we've grown right alongside our customers, delivering on our commitment to provide a superior experience and maximum value. Cleveland Brothers Equipment Company, helping Pennsylvania prosper since 1948.
High School Sports Live on ABC 27 is sponsored by The Patriot News, powered by PennLive.com. By Keystone Tax Associates, proud sponsor of High School Sports Live. Thanks to Joseph Sandry and Keystone Tax Associates for their support of high school student athletes. By the Keystone State Games, coming to the Harrisburg-Hershey area again in 2013. And by Sports Recruiters. Get noticed, get recognized, get recruited. SportsRecruiters.com.
Welcome back to Steel High. John Reppitz, Charlie Fortney, and Greg Mace. Steel High leading Camp Hill by a score of 43-35 at halftime. Gentlemen, we're here to honor Malia Tate DeFreitas, becoming the Steel High roller all-time leading scorer, and she certainly didn't do anything to disappoint or shock this crowd. 24 points in the first half. So she's the all-time leading scorer, and that number keeps going up and up and up.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to comment because, of course, John and I started basically at the same time at ABC 27, and what I call some of the great days of basketball around here, not that they aren't great now, but the great matchups with Steel High, Harrisburg, when you played, to see Rod Brooken come back, it brought back a lot of great memories from the mid-'80s, I think, for us.
And I saw a clip the other day where you were commentating, and you said our own John Reppitz is at the game. And I'm going to share that on one of these broadcasts, the picture of these guys years ago. So
Yeah, that was back in black and white days, wasn't it? Yeah, I
back-
don't think we had color TV back then.
Had film and everything. Well, it was a neat ceremony, and I thought what a great tribute to Steel High because they hung around. I mean, we still got a basketball game here, and they could have gone to the locker room, but they have such great respect for Malia. She's had a great half, and it was just really neat to see that ceremony, and for Rod to come back, and for all these alumni to come back to that was terrific. I'll let you guys do the rest of the game.
The thing that keeps coming to my mind is she's at, what, 2,800 now? Just how high is it going to be when she takes that uniform off? How high can she get it?
It's going to be, she's 3,300 to 3,500, especially if they go to a state run. What makes this young lady tough is you can't stop her because she's a team player. She gets people the ball. And well, I wished I was her teammate. Boy, I'll tell you, I would have scored an extra few points in my day.
Camp Hill's hanging in, though. They're only down 43-35.
Freshman Leah Springer with 20 for Camp Hill.
Wow.
So she's practically matching Tate DeFreitas as we take a look at some of the halftime stats. Steel High launching 42 shots in the first half. Foul shots favoring Camp Hill, mainly in the person of Leah Springer. She's gotten to the line a number of times. Rebounds about even. Camp Hill, though, I know before the game, Mark Clark, the coach, was saying we have to limit the amount of easy opportunities that Camp Hill or that the Steel High is going to get. And 12 turnovers is absolutely too many for Camp Hill, and that could be the difference in the game right now.
And it's a difference in a lot of the easy baskets that Steel High has gotten, and Camp Hill has had to earn every basket. They haven't gotten the easy ones, and Steel High has.
So second half action underway. Steel High in the home white, moving left to right. 8-point lead and the ball to start the third quarter. Make that jumper from the corners. Amber Hess-Moore from the corner. She
another senior. Amber's had her day playing in the big game, state championships with Steel High. Springer, wow, 22.
Springer right back inside. Could be the coming out party for Leah Springer. All the travel on that, so Camp Hill's going to get it right back.
Well, there's been a certain buzz about her. Naturally, at single A, double A type schools, younger players sometimes get that nod a little bit earlier, but for Leah, she's taken advantage of it, and she's more than proven she should be here.
Mackenzie Carl, no good. Loose ball tipped around. Hess-Moore with the rebound for the Rollers. Long three-pointer, good. Amber Hess-Moore.
Wow.
She found the shot in the locker room at halftime.
That's 4 threes for her tonight. You know how she's getting that. It's been great ball rotation out of Camp Hill Steel High out of the zones. They're getting rotation. They're getting the ball in the middle. And you know who's benefiting? Hess-Moore's like, I'll take the shot if you're not going to come out here.
Well, and this is a little thing, but as a point guard bringing the ball down the court, Malia is actually delivering the ball at the right time. She's not dribbling too much. She's not passing it too soon where they can key on you and it's a long pass. It's the right delivery.
Baseline jumper for Camp Hill is up and good. That's Addie Geyer. Lions down by 10. 49-39. Foul line jumper no good. Rebound inside, foul called.
Now Kiara Mitchell's guilty of being 6 foot on that play. I don't know how hard of a foul it was, but she was in the wrong spot at the wrong time.
Sometimes I think that's one of the most unfair calls that's made in the game of basketball. You can stand there and put your hand straight up and still be called for the foul.
Oh, yeah.
One of the adjustments I think Camp Hill's going to have to make is Tate DeFreitas is really easily getting that ball at entry pass at that foul line, Charlie, in that zone. You're going to have to clamp that zone down and take that entry pass into the middle at the foul line away, or not they're going to pick them apart.
Yeah.
Khadijah Robinson at the line for the Rollers.
Look at this. Look at this. I love this. I love it.
Goes to the side, kind of like Henry Bibby used to do.
I love
UCLA
this.
UCLA and the 76ers.
She's got that style, baby. Rob Brooken under the basket, smiling and profiling, enjoying the basketball action over there. Tell you, Rob was a fun guy to be around. He was a great teammate. I had a chance, guys, and I hope everybody, nice shot.
Addie Geyer.
I hope everybody at home listens to this. I had a chance to watch him score from the bench and keep track of the points and have the last 3 assists of him scoring 50 points.
Wow. Jasmine Blanding drills a 3 for Steel High.
Rod Brookins scored 50 points on Central Dauphin on a Tuesday and 51 against CD East on a Friday. In the same week, guys.
Inside, Camp Hill, basket up and in. That's Kiera Mitchell.
And that was a great left hand on Kiera Mitchell. I mean, she really is fundamental, squared her shoulders, used the left hand.
Tate,
and magic.
Tate DeFreitas with the long 3.
John, I don't want to take that call away from you. I just had to say magic, Malia.
I mean, that didn't even hit the net going through, did it, Todd?
No, no, not at all.
You know, as people wonder, does Steel High have the supporting cast to win the state championship again this year? I'm like, absolutely, yes. We don't see just Malia tonight. We see a team tonight. They've scored 59 points. They're on a pace for close to 100 points tonight, guys.
And there's Leah Springer answering back for Camp Hill. 59 points, and we're 3 minutes into the third quarter. Some teams don't get that in the game.
DeFreitas, you just missed that. She's done everything. She's even tied her shoe during the live action here tonight at the foul line.
24 for Springer.
Couple of substitutions coming in. Camp Hill inbounds. Lady Lions with the ball. They trail by 13. Nice feed inside. Kiera Mitchell misses but draws the foul.
They need her to do more of that. That penetration is important, but how do you defend Camp Hill or Steel High when Camp Hill does some very good basketball things? They've scored 46 points already. Coach Mark Clark can't argue with that, and they're still down 12 points at this point. Steel High keeps answering with those threes and with the, you know, it's a special night. It just seems like it's rubbing off on the Steel High Lady Rollers.
And plus the bright lights of TV too. Going to bring up some things. 11-point game. DeFreitas to the hoop, scores.
Such a teardrop. She just has such a soft touch.
Guys, Steel High averages 65 a game. Camp Hill averages about 54 a game, and we are well over those marks already. DeFreitas, nice pass inside, lays it up and in. Amber Hess-Moore. This one's starting to get out of hand for it's slipping away from Camp Hill. Lead pass. Nice save underneath. Oh, misses the layup. Back comes Camp Hill.
I tell you what, Steel High up 15. Malia Tate DeFreitas must have 7 or 8 assists to go along with, and probably would have more if there would have been conversions.
Maria Curley inside for Camp Hill.
I've got her at 27 points, 10 assists. She's a double-double already. Wow.
Cross-court pass, ball loose on the floor. Camp Hill picks it up.
And Camp Hill not going away.
DeFreitas with the rejection at the defensive end of the floor.
And DeFreitas can do that now because she's well into the third quarter without her second foul, but she's definitely got to be careful to stay on the floor. So valuable for Steel High.
We have a TV timeout on the floor. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
Brenner Chrysler Jeep is Central PA's Chrysler Jeep headquarters. So find your best deal in Brenner's elite lineup of new Chrysler and Jeep vehicles, which include exceptional performance, quality, and safety features. And Brenner has the big selection, big savings, and better service that only comes from your Chrysler Jeep headquarters. Plus a huge variety of certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Take the short drive to Brenner Chrysler Jeep on the Carlisle Pike Mechanicsburg. Bigger, better, Brenner.
Do you have a game plan for retirement and college education?
In today's turbulent economic landscape, navigating the market to ensure a secure retirement can be challenging. PAC Financial can help guide you every step of the way.
I define financial independence as when work is optional and retirement's affordable.
So when life throws unexpected obstacles, you can still win the game.
Hi, I'm Steve Morazzo. Contact us today for your free, no obligation consultation.
United Concordia Dental has been insuring Central Pennsylvania for over 40 years. Whether you're looking for group, family, or individual coverage, United Concordia has the right plan to fit your specific needs. United Concordia also prides itself on its commitment to the community through its efforts to arrange free dental services for the underserved and its charitable contributions throughout the area. United Concordia not only takes care of your smile, we give you something to smile about.
Welcome back to Steel High School. Rollers leading Camp Hill by a score of 63-50. And this very special night here at Steel High. Malia Tate DeFreitas recognized as becoming the Steel High Rollers all-time leading scorer in school history. She has 27 points to add to that total. So that total keeps mounting with each and every game.
Charlie and John, one of the things that I think right now that was talked about definitely at this timeout was for Camp Hill. I just think the pace of the game is getting away from them a little bit, Charlie, John.
Yeah, they're not doing anything to try to slow down the possessions. I agree with you, Todd. They're not holding the ball. They're not trying to frustrate Steel High's momentum in any way, and it may need to come to that because they're still within striking distance.
Nice inbounds pass, but no good. Is Kiara Mitchell. Rollers take it to the hoop, up and in. And it's 24 Marlon Sanchez with the Rollers basket.
That was a nice
take. It's a 15-point game. Right back for Camp Hill, though.
Sanchez is a freshman, Charlie. Another girl to watch. You know, another girl's going to have to step up for the Rollers coming next year with all these seniors graduating.
DeFreitas, long three, no high off the rim. Springer with the rebound. Nearly stolen. Mitchell from the foul line. Camp Hill hanging tough. They cut it back down to a 10-point game.
They sure are hanging tough. I am impressed with Coach Mark Clark's team. Just the poise, stay hanging in there.
Traveling called inside. Maya Vera with the shuffle of the feet for Steel High.
But you know what? You just know Malia's going to turn up the heat at any given time just to will her team back into a lead. You just see it in her face. She's going down the court. She's like, okay, time to step it up.
And you're so right. Right here at Camp Hill, though, 2:07 in the third quarter. Get a good shot. Springer goes with it. But you know what? Maybe move that ball around a little bit. Stay down 10. You're okay. But right back at you.
DeFreitas rims it out. No good. Ball loose underneath. Foul called inside.
Malia settling for some jump shots. Not having had a sub in a while. Probably a quick sub might help her just to re-get her legs back, because she usually takes it to the basket as a priority.
Marlon Sanchez goes to the line for the Rollers. And she actually offsets herself at the foul line to the left of center. There was the foul called inside. Under 2 minutes to go, 11-point game. Sanchez at the line for Steel High.
I like the way this girl's put together. She's strong. She went to the basket strong. She handles the ball strong. She just has strong written all over her, you know? Tough.
Makes 2 foul shots.
I'm impressed with the depth of this Steel High team. Single A, you usually only have a girl or two or guy or two coming off the bench, but they have some good depth.
Loose ball inside, pulled away by Steel High. That's Sanchez.
Camp Hill unable to get Curley going in this game. Now there's where Malia's at her best. Oh.
Underneath, up and in.
Nobody else is doing that. That finger roll, that. Todd, come on, you're a coach. Did you teach that to kids in practice, or what happened? Well,
Charlie, you can't teach that. I mean, that is something that just, you know, she's born innate with it. She really just does some really great things.
We have Robinson on the floor. She has an injury. She rolled over. Hopefully that's not the knee, because she's a trainer, Joe Spogley, coming out to take a look at her.
And she's up quickly. And a reminder to like us on Facebook, like to have you as one of our friends. High School Sports Live, live in quotations. Check us out. We have scores, pictures, schedules on upcoming games. Same thing with the website, hsslivetv.com. Vote for player of the game. Actually, you could have a battle here tonight between opposing players for that honor. And again, advancedhoops.com. Folks who helped put this whole thing together for us tonight. So Camp Hill with the ball down 14 as we hit the 1 minute mark in tonight's third quarter. Camp Hill, nice job working the ball around, results in an easy jumper for Sydney Newman.
Wow, Newman, Dyer, Springer, Curley. The number of these girls. Mitchell stepping up for Camp Hill.
Charlie, I want to say something about Coach Clark and the sets his team runs. They are very fundamentally offensive. Last time they came down with that high-low UCLA cut sets, they get baseline. The ball works very well. And I tell you what, they can take some time off the clock if they're in the game. Look at the curl cuts off the high post. And, I mean, they do a lot of good things out of this set.
Springer off the glass and in. We're back down to a 10-point game. 20 seconds left, third quarter.
Steel High looking for maybe the last shot here. 15 seconds, back out to Malia. Important for Camp Hill not to foul.
Dribbles through the traffic and hits the basket. And that's going to do it. 3 quarters in the book. Steel High leading Camp Hill 71-59. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA. The Advanced Hoops basketball program has professional skill training. The most talented area players are playing AAU with Advanced Hoops, getting exposure in front of college coaches. Players of all ages can train with Advanced Hoops and get a rock-solid foundation. The coaches at Advanced Hoops have a great rapport with all the kids. Advanced Hoops is unique as we offer professional point guard and dribbling with Gerald Jarman.
As a former point guard at the University of Richmond, I led one of the greatest upsets ever against Syracuse in 1991. I get more fulfillment out of teaching young athletes the things that I learned and the keys that I learned both in college and professionally.
Charlie Fortney's shooting instruction is amazing. He's helped many high-level players get a great shooting foundation for the college level. He understands how to build a player's shot right from where they are. AAU basketball, shooting, dribbling, or spring in-house games. Advanced Hoops has it all.
Max Saver here at Carnes Foods, where you'll always find a ton of great deals from groceries to meat department.
Carnes is your big game party headquarters. We're kicking off the savings with an unbeatable 80,000-pound ham blowout sale. Whole Superior Deluxe Semi-Bonus hams, only $1 a pound. Also, 1 pound of fresh Florida strawberries, only $1.99. And USDA Choice Whole T-Bone short loins, just $4.88 a pound.
Carnes, over 3,000 items on sale every day in every store.
Well, I'm here in the Ollie's Cheap Seats. It's one of my favorite places. And I'm with really a young lady who knows a lot about basketball, Kaylee. Kaylee, tonight's a special night for Steel High. What do you think is going on here in the Cheap Seats?
Well, the girls are trying hard. I mean, we're not winning right now, but we didn't do bad last time we played them, so hopefully we win.
All right, we didn't do bad the last 2 times. You know, you got to go to the coaches in the stands, too. I'm going to stay right here, Charlie, and watch the rest of the game with the Ozones here in the Ollie Cheap Seats.
Get them pumped up. Get them pumped up there, Ty.
That's right. I can't hear you.
DeFreitas with a 3-pointer. She now has 34 on the game. Leah Springer answers right back for Camp Hill.
Wow, that's Springer.
Freitas to the hoop, up and in. How many times can you keep saying it? To the hoop, up and in.
There's just, you know, some people may say, hey, it's easy to score a lot of points. You know, it's easy to score a lot of points when you play at a single-A school. But let me tell you something. It's hard to score a lot of points when you can be keyed on that much. And Malia has an ability that I don't think it matters what level she played on, because she would make the players around her better, and that she would have an opportunity. She'd have players, the true 6'2", 6'3" post, taking pressure off her. She'd be able to do, I think, just as much or more Naturally, points per game goes down a little when you play at the highest level, but she is just, to me, she's proved to me she is the player that has been built up here, and I'm seeing that tonight.
Yeah, guys, in that third quarter, Steel High outscored Camp Hill 28-24.
That's a lot of points in
one quarter. And that was in one quarter.
You know, guys, it's 76. We're on our way to 100 points here tonight, guys. Jeez, and Camp Hill's not doing too bad themselves.
If number 0 decides to push it a little bit, we very easily could hit 100. And if she keeps shooting like that, that's Amber Hess-Moore. We're at 79 and counting. 79-61, 18 points. Turnover, here come the Rollers again.
You know, John, that's 5 3-pointers for Hess-Moore tonight. There's so many other kids we can't overlook tonight doing lots of great things.
Wow. Making the game look easy. Malia Tate the Freitas.
And Mark Clark doesn't like the way this one's starting to slip away. It's now a 20-point margin.
I want to do something. I want to throw every single key out, so we're going to take that portion out of anything we talk about tonight with the game. All right?
Well, Todd, you're over there next to Mr. Rod Brook, and I don't know, he has a lot of guys that want to talk to him. I don't know if we can get a shot of you with him, but Rod Brook and his perspective on Malia, I see the eyes, the oohs and ahs under the basket. Let's see what Rod Brooken has to say about Malia.
Well, I feel privileged to be over here with Rod Brooken tonight, and I know it's like a reunion, Rod, but, you know, let's talk about Malia Tate the Freitas and some of the things. I've seen you a couple times turn and go ooh and ah, and she really is a special player.
Oh, she's very special, you know, and she's going to do real well when she gets down to Hampton. I think what I've seen out here tonight, this is the first time I actually had a chance to see her play. She sees this whole floor. I mean, she sees the whole floor from this end of the floor to that end of the floor, and that's going to carry her a long way once she gets to Hampton and play down there.
Now, Rod, you didn't have the three-point line, so Charlie just made it official tonight. Even though she's the leading scorer, they're going to give you 253 points since you didn't have a three-point shot. That's going to take you up to about, 2,900. What do you think?
You know, I appreciate that. And, Charlie's a nice guy, very generous guy, too. Actually, just a little bit too generous. But you know what? Greg Mace did not have to say formally like that. And he said it with authority, too. Formally. He did not have to do that. But that's all right, Greg. We've known each other for over 20 years. And I love you. I love you and John Reppers. And I just hope Steel High wins tonight. Malia and the rest of these girls have a great career.
Hey, I want to just say the last thing, too, to let you go, Rod. Can I say Rod Brooking for president? I mean, if this guy can't be the president someday, I don't know. The way, I'll tell you what, I'm voting for you, Rod.
You know what? I don't think anybody else would vote for me. It'd be just one vote, you and maybe my mother. And you know what? I think those are the only 2 votes. But you know what? I appreciate that. Would you run for vice president?
Hey, with you, Rod, I will.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Charlie John Rod Brooking, what a wonderful man to just have to speak to. And I'm not going to say formally. I'm going to say he's here right now.
Tell you, that guy, his personality has not changed in all the years that he's been away here from Steel High. He was the same way back then and the same way he is now.
Wow.
Back down the other end, Steel High lays it up and in. Jasmine Blanding with the hoop, 83-62 now.
You know, Camp Hill did not do anything wrong tonight. Steel High just did everything that much better. Camp Hill has played a tremendous game. They have scored 62 points in single-A basketball, any level basketball, exceeded their average. Coach Mark Clark had these girls ready. Hats off to the Lady Lions. They came in here ready to go. This is just a special night, and this entire Lady Rollers have responded to this on behalf of Malia Tate the Freitas in this recognition.
Springer to the hoop, loses the handle. Rollers come back the other way.
Just add a steal to Malia's list tonight of things she's doing.
Landing with the right hand, no good. Tipped out over the baseline.
You know, Charlie, I think you said it so well when you said, Camp Hill didn't do anything wrong. I mean, honestly, looking at this score, they really didn't. That's one of the most fairest and straightforward things can be said about this team tonight. And I think they're going to be dangerous, John, in single A.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see. I'll tell you what, on a night where Steel High would be off, Camp Hill could beat Steel High on that night if they could have a game like this. But it's just not a night where there's not one part of Steel High's game that's off tonight. And Camp Hill needed that to happen here at Steel High to have a chance. And it didn't happen. So the area's watching. I know there's a lot of people watching. Not everybody's playing tonight. I think you're getting a clinic from Steel High and Malia Tate DeFreitas on how to play team basketball, ladies and gentlemen. And the Lady Lions have joined that call tonight. This is a game of team basketball tonight.
DeFreitas up and in.
John, they're going to Steel High's now going to Camp Hill's gone man-to-man. Steel High's going to the 1-4 look. It's just an isolation for Tate DeFreitas, and she just breaks people down off the dribble. I mean, when you go man-to-man, that's the trouble. 100 points, you're right, Charlie. Possibility tonight.
Look at the teamwork.
With layups like that, they just might do it. It's Marlon Sanchez with a hoop for Steel High. 87-64 now.
You know, as we talk about player of the game for Steel High, you know, we do talk about Malia Tate DeFreitas naturally because of all the statistics, but you know, it
behind the back, but they're going to call a foul on that.
There's a team element tonight here at Steel High, and we've talked about, we've given the team the Huffman Ford player of the game twice since we've been doing High School Sports Live, and I'm leaning toward voting for the team because Malia has gotten her accolade tonight. But this Steel High team, I think it'd be very appropriate. I don't know. I'm leaning toward voting for the team, guys.
That's not a bad idea, Charlie. I mean, this is what you come to expect when you come to see Malia Tate DeFreitas play. I mean, this is a typical game for her. Not that it's not spectacular. It is, but you expect that from her every time out. For Camp Hill, that's Addie Geyer with the three-pointer.
When your opponents have career nights against you, when 3 or 4 of the players on the opposing team have career nights against you and you still win by 20 points or you're winning by 20, that's saying something.
Follow-up inside is good. Sienna Beeden with the follow for the Rollers. Mackenzie Carl, nice pass inside. Mitchell misses the layup. Fast break down the other end, no good.
That was a one-arm touchdown pass, John, to the other end of the court. She can do that.
And it didn't miss a beat. Rebound. We're nearing a triple-double for Malia Tate DeFreitas, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, she better watch it, or they may have her back next year out on the Cottage Hill field wearing a helmet. If she keeps throwing a ball around like that.
That's a good call, John. I'd put her at the option right now in anything and
the
put her in the
option.
wing tee, and she could do it.
John, Todd, Malia Tate DeFreitas is 1 rebound away from a triple-double. Todd, you talked earlier about the assist, and we got the points. 1 more rebounds, triple-double.
I got caught up in talking to Mr. Rod Brooken and missed a few, but I noticed I saw a few in it. She had 10 before I even began talking with Rod, and so I have her at 12 assists. You know, over 35 tonight easily, and it's the little things she's doing. I tell you what, it's a special night. You've been saying it all night, Charlie, but more importantly, man, oh man, the speed of the game tonight was unbelievable.
Yeah, it is. I mean, 89 points, and it's a competitive game still. Credit Lady Lions for keeping it that way.
Stay tuned, folks. We're going to have our play of the game coming up. That'll be coming up in our post-game report. Play of the game sponsored by Pac Financial.
Say what, Steve Marazzo over at Pac Financial. We wrestled together. He didn't remember it, but I did because he took me down a few times on the mat. We'll be sitting down with him this week, working on retirement portfolio. He's got a good thing going over there.
Charlie, how did you have time to wrestle? Honest to goodness.
Well, I was in 2nd grade.
Oh, all right.
Come on. After I got beat up a few times, I just rolled over to the basketball court. That's what happened.
John, Charlie Portney, the wrestler. It just doesn't even sound right. I don't even know what it is.
Uh-oh. Steel High running the picket fence here. Trying to work on. Often coaches you may wonder why is a coach running an organized play and they're already up by 20s, but they're preparing for the next game. They're preparing for the playoff.
It's great practice.
And that's 6 threes for Hess Moore. 6 tonight. And you know what? I haven't seen that, John. I have not seen that picket fence since Wilbur Shooter Fly ran on the Hoosier movie. I think that was the last time I saw that. And it works. It still works.
Run the old picket fence on them.
We're 8 points away from 100, guys. I don't know if the scoreboard has 100 on it.
It looks like there might be a 1 up there.
Okay.
To the left. We'll soon find out. Jumper for Camp Hill, no good. Mitchell keeps it alive. Held possession inside.
Now, do we need an interpretation? Malia gets tied up for a rebound and jump out. Does both players get a credit rebound on that?
It usually goes to the more aggressors, usually how I always ask them to score it in the book, honestly. It went to the person that really you thought handled it more.
Okay, guys, at this point you have to,
Well,
I think you have to start asking the question, you know, the game's out of hand, 2 minutes left. How much longer do you leave Malia in?
Well, not sure about that, but I just got interpretation from David Board from the Patriot News that the possession was going to Steel High on that rebound. So the rebound goes to Malia, and I'm not sure. That's what we're speculating at this point. That would give her a triple-double for tonight if that is the case.
That'd make it official.
Malia crossover, nice layup and in. Sienna Beaton.
And this is what happens. I was fortunate enough with Emory Cook and some Susquehanna teams, John, that scored 100. And at one point we played, we were number 1 seed, played a 16 seed. We went in the game. I know Coach was getting everybody he had in the game, but when you start feeling the 100, you know you're in the 90s, your team puts it in a little high octane. You just can't help it. You know, they see the board.
You know, I think Malia's she might be, wow.
Long three-pointer, Addie Geyer.
Addie Geyer having a career night here as well.
Maddie Dyer has 5 threes tonight too, guys. I mean, this is unbelievable tonight what we've seen.
Look at his pass.
Woo, a wraparound.
Man, I'm a fan, guys. I'm not just a commentator. I'm a fan. In fact, I'm going back out and paying to get in. It would only be right tonight to pay to get in this game. I just wouldn't feel like putting my head on the pillow with honesty tonight.
Yeah.
If I didn't buy a ticket.
John, when you wake up tomorrow morning and you read the Patriot News, I don't really know how you sum it up. I'd like to go back and know, when was the last time we've seen a girls' game with this many combined points? And you know, I tell you, I'm so bad at math, I can't even add them up.
Well, Malia's out of the game at this point.
53.4 left. Rollers need 6 for 100.
Our stat guy, Jim Gallagher, just sent us a note that he has ran out of paper because of all the stats in this game, that we need to run out to Walmart to get him some paper for the boys' game. So stay tuned. We're going to have a delivery guy heading to Walmart here. This game has had so many stats in it.
A total of 165 points, John. It took me a few moments. I did get it. I hope math teachers out there are understanding that it took me a few moments to add the points up tonight.
The way they're going, just wait a second, that's going to change. 165 and counting with 40 seconds left. Sanchez loses the handle. They say it was tipped away.
And I get the feeling, John, the freshman Sanchez knows, you know what? This might be an opportunity for me to pad my stats, but still get a chance to put 3 digits up there. She's looking to take it to the hole every time she's getting it now.
Yeah, they're going to need a couple possessions now. It's starting to look kind of bleak. .25 seconds left. Rollers not looking to take it to the hoop anymore, just running time off the clock. It's Jasmine Blanding, loses the handle. Turnover, ball goes to Camp Hill.
Jasmine Blanding, the daughter of Coach Chiz. It's her last year playing for Coach Father. Hats off to Leah Springer's career night tonight.
Closing seconds, Steel High putting away Camp Hill by a final score of 94-71. Stay tuned, we have a lot of activity for you coming up next. Again, 94-71, Steel High over Camp Hill. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here, from delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here, from fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
The Advanced Hoops basketball program has professional skill training. The most talented area players are playing AAU with Advanced Hoops, getting exposure in front of college coaches. Players of all ages can train with Advanced Hoops and get a rock-solid foundation. The coaches at Advanced Hoops have a great rapport with all the kids. Advanced Hoops is unique as we offer professional point guard and dribbling with Gerald Jarman.
As a former point guard at the University of Richmond, I led one of the greatest upsets ever against Syracuse in 1991. I get more fulfillment out of teaching young athletes the things that I learned and the keys that I learned, both in college and professionally.
Charlie Fortney's shooting instruction is amazing. He's helped many high-level players get a great shooting foundation for the college level. He understands how to build a player's shot right from where they are. AAU basketball, shooting, dribbling, or spring in-house games. Advanced Hoops has it all.
Hey Charlie, John, I'm here with the whole Steel High team and Coach Chisholm. The whole team has been voted player of the game. First, Malia, I want to talk to you. You had 40 points tonight. I call you Magic now. You remind me a little bit of a smaller Magic Johnson, but talk about your team tonight and why all of you won tonight in the unselfish play.
We're a really unselfish team. Amber hit a lot of big threes for us, and we did good on defense. Yadi hit a lot of threes for us, and we just rebound.
Now, you're on pace for 9,000 points. No, I'm just kidding, but you're up there to 3,000 points. Your team, you won some state championships. What more do you think your team will want to accomplish and will accomplish this year together?
We would like to win districts and states again, so hopefully that can happen.
All right, I thought it was a very special night. Coach Chisholm, I mean, it's really who's who tonight here in the Steel High Roller Dome. But you know what? Your team really played really well. Give a lot of hats off to Camp Hill. They did a lot of nice things. But talk about the special night tonight.
Tonight was special for my ladies here. They play ball. They play as a team. You know, everybody gets along here. You got Malia dishing out triple-double tonight. Amber's knocking down the threes. Jazzy's knocking down the threes. Siani's hitting the board. Didi's hitting the board. We're all running the floor. And that's what we do. We do a lot of scoring in transition. So that's what we love to do.
I got a last question for you. Keeping pace in your division, the Capital Division. But what is it going to take to win this thing and bring it home?
Defense. We got to play defense. That's our biggest focus now is defense.
Well, Coach Chisholm, we really appreciate it. Special night. You heard it. Defense going to win the game. All these young ladies were player of the game. John, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Todd. Again, Hoffman Ford players of the game, the entire Lady Rollers team here tonight. So congratulations to them on this special night for Malia Tate DeFreitas. And congratulations to Jeff Chisholm. And Charlie said he's going to have to do it with defense. One of their 2 losses this year was to West Perry by 1 point. The other was to Tri-Valley by 3. So the Rollers are just a handful of points away from actually having a perfect season so far.
Yeah, they are. And I mean, let's make no mistake about it. The best player in the gym tonight, the best player that we've seen in a while is Malia Tate DeFreitas. Triple-double tonight. And to do that when the pressure's on you, when you know you're going to be on live TV getting basically a 3,000-point ball, it just says a lot. She just played her game. She stayed with who she was tonight.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break. These are the boys who take the floor to warm up for their contest coming up in about 15 minutes. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
You don't think about physical therapy until you need it. When you do, see your doctor and ask for First Choice Rehabilitation Specialists and Select Physical Therapy. First Choice and Select PT lead the way in providing exceptional patient care and unmatched customer service. Call 717-558-4333 today to schedule an appointment at one of 15 locations throughout Greater Harrisburg. First Choice and Select Physical Therapy, the power of physical therapy.
For generations, Caterpillar has delivered innovative products that help customers build strong, profitable businesses. And for more than 60 years, Cleveland Brothers Equipment Company has been Pennsylvania's source for first-class Caterpillar equipment, service, parts, and rentals. With 26 locations across Pennsylvania, we've grown right alongside our customers, delivering on our commitment to provide a superior experience and maximum value. Cleveland Brothers Equipment Company, helping Pennsylvania prosper since 1948.
United Concordia Dental has been insuring Central Pennsylvania for over 40 years. Whether you're looking for group, family, or individual coverage, United Concordia has the right plan to fit your specific needs. United Concordia also prides itself on its commitment to the community through its efforts to arrange free dental services for the underserved and its charitable contributions throughout the area. United Concordia not only takes care of your smile, we give you something to smile about.
This new diet half and half's awesome.
Best part's lemonade. Best part's of tea.
Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade! Tea! Lemonade!
So which half is your favorite?
And they're blended so perfectly, who cares? Tasty tea, tangy lemonade, 10 calories. Snapple diet, half and half. Made from the best stuff on earth.
Welcome back to Steel High, and this is the Cardinals Foods post-game show. Again, Steel High knocking off Camp Hill in the girls' contest by a score of 94-71. Malia Tate DeFreitas 40 points tonight. Charlie, I mean, what more can you say? I mean, there's a wow factor when you come and watch this team, and they certainly showed us again tonight.
Yeah, when a player scores that many points, you know, if you're a basketball person, you're a player, you're a coach, you say, how did they get it done? Did they get it done because they were the only ones shooting? What was their percentage? So you kind of judge it a lot of different ways. Well, tonight we saw Malia Tate DeFreitas get 12 assists, 11 rebounds, number of block shots, goodness knows how many steals, and she scored 40 points and shot a high percentage. So that's great anytime, anywhere, on any level. She's going to make a great college player because she makes players around her better. Right. And we see that. We'll see that on our play coming up.
Okay. So with the boys on the floor getting ready, they'll be going at it. That was a tight game. We'll be talking about that one in just a couple minutes, but we're still putting the finishing touches on the girls' game here. And coming up, we're going to take a look at our Pack Financial play of the game, and there it is. Malia Tate DeFreitas driving the baseline. Makes a little crossover move there, scoops it up and underneath with the right hand.
It seems so simple. It seems so simple, but who else? Who's doing that on a regular basis? That's what I'm saying. There's things that this young lady does that you go, wait, when's the last time I saw that on a regular basis? It's one thing to do it on a play, but just to use your body to spin, to look this way and hit a girl for a layup, and when you're double teamed. And you do that knowing that everybody in the gym's expecting you to score 35 points. It's what makes good players great.
Yeah, and I think you have to kind of break that down, too. She scored 40 points. Let's face it, some players score 40 points by hitting 20 foul shots. Some do it by hitting 20 jump shots. They stand there, they get the ball, they shoot it. It takes a special kind of player to do it that way, where she's doing so much, driving it, crossing over, scooping it, making every kind of shot imaginable. So, again, she had 40. Steel High wins it by 23, 94-71. So that's going to wrap it up for the girls' game. This is the Carnes Foods post-game show. Stay tuned. We have more action coming your way here. The boys getting ready. They are about 9 minutes away from tipping off. We'll be back to take a look at that one and preview that coming up next. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27, presented by PHFA.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports. Wild roller coasters